Hello to 12 students. This video is just to give you some little quick tips on how to work on your project, especially on models. A lot of you are going to run into this problem. You usually have a lot of tabs open over here with your layout and your map and your model, but sometimes accidentally you close it and you want to open it again and you don't know where to find it. So I'm going to show you where to find it. So to find your model, you go to the catalog tab down here, and then let's pretend this is closed. You go to your home folder, expand it, and then you expand your toolbox, and it's right there. So what most people do is that they double click on their model and they're like, I still can't find it. So when you do this, it's just to run your entire model, not to edit your model. So don't do this. What you want to do is that you want to go back to your catalog and right click on your model and click on edit, and your model is going to come back to your screen. And by the end of your project, your model is going to look something like this. Like, there's a lot of ways to get it to your final output, but something like this. So I just want to give you a couple of tips on how to work on your model. You're going to create a lot of new layers. Like everything on green, it's a new layer. So it's a good practice to rename your stuff, your layers, so you don't get all confused. And you can do that in a couple of different ways. The easiest one is to, when you're working the tool for the output feature class, you always want to rename things to what you want the name of the layer to be, and that's what's going to show here. And that way, when you add it to your map, you will know what it is. You can also rename things by right-clicking on the green circles and click on rename, so you can change the names right there. I don't want to change the names on this one because it's already done, but you can change your names over there. You want to be able to, when you turn this in, you want to be able to kind of tell what happened, so renaming your output is a good practice. Another thing that happens very often is that you have been running your layers like one by one, and then you want to run this like big intersection and something doesn't work. And the problem is that you will need to just run things one at a time in order to be able to figure out which one is the layer that is not working. So let's say you're running the union and it doesn't work. It's kind of tedious, but you're gonna have to go back to the first tool over here, to whatever the first tool is, and start running each one at a time. Another good tip to know if things are working correctly or not is that if things work correctly, you're gonna see this like gray shadow under your tools, like the yellow boxes. Like for example, this one ran correctly, this one didn't run correctly. So we'll have to rerun anything that doesn't have a green shadow under it. And when you're done, as part of your assignment, you have to submit like a PDF of your model, and the way to do so. Okay, so you're gonna go to export and export to graphic, and you can just save it as a SVG or a PDF. PDFs are easier, or whatever you need. Also, if you want to export your layout, you can click on layout and go to share. You're usually going to be here, so here's your layout tab. Go to your share tab and go to layout, and then you can choose what kind of format you want to export it as. You usually do a PDF too. Oh, they're not PDFs here. A TIFF will do, and just export that too. So make sure you're constantly saving your project, but also if we go back to our model, make sure you're also saving your model. A lot of times there's a lot of processing happening and ArcPro might crash, and if you didn't save your model, you're gonna lose what you had added to your model, and you're gonna be kind of pretty sad. So make sure you're saving your model and saving your project, which are two different things. And these are all the tips that we can think of right now. If we find anything else that we feel that you need to know, we'll post more videos. Thank you.